just thinking about something when I got up this morning. I was in a positive mood, and I wanted to share my abundance candle. As you can see, it's the color of the U.S. dollar bill, and on it it says abundance. Okay, it says abundance, and then up here it says happiness brings forth abundance. And then I have, I have dollar bills. I have some coins going here. I have, I am wealthy. And I have, a smiley face or happy face with another dollar bill sign there. Uh, so you might be wondering why I'm doing all of this, like why I have positive energy equals positive results. So you may be wondering why I made this. Because our mind is a fascinating machine, I guess you could call it, or organism. It does what you tell it to do, or what you think about most. Some of you have already experienced this in your life and know what I'm talking about. Where, for instance, if somebody does you wrong, we want to convince ourselves that it's justified because that's just part of the process of the mind here in the physical realm to rationalize and justify stuff. This way it can compartmentalize it within your brain and let if seeing a dead rabbit on the side of the road is really as important as seeing a dead relative in a hospital. You see what I mean? But it has a tendency, because of the society that we live in today, the programs that are constantly going through the media, through politics, through economics. It's all geared to what is called an ego. Now, your ego in itself is not a problem. Again, this is another device with inside of the mind that helps you to decipher, okay, do I really want to cross this crosswalk when it's green and cars are coming, or do I want to wait? So it's giving us, it's rationalizing fear. The problem is, again, is the programs that are constantly going in the background, okay? So when we see a billboard, that gets implanted in the back of our mind, okay, put away for another time. When we watch something on television like violence, even though it's not happening to us in real time, it's happening inside of our subconscious, which is similar to real time, so it's taking it as true. That's why, for some people, when they watch a horror movie, I personally don't watch them anymore because I'm not into glorifying killing and murdering people. But there's people that get emotionally fearful. I mean, even me, when I used to watch those films back in the day, like Freddy Krueger and stuff, I gotta admit, there was times, he's jumping out the mirror, I'm, I'm getting scared. So the point that I'm making is, why not use that information for good or for your benefit? So why did I make this candle? Because every day I light it. Fire is one of the four major elements. It's earth, air, fire, and water. So fire is a very powerful element. It was actually used by our ancestors back in the day because it has the power to give life and has power to take life. The sun is a ball of fire. Atoms are electrons made up of fire. Okay? Even if we light a flame, it can light a stove so that we can cook something and eat. It can make a bonfire to keep us warm at night if we're sleeping outside. Or you can burn people to death in it. It can destroy homes. So it's got the power of what is known as in ancient Egypt or ancient Kemet as being a divine principle. Okay, so it was respected by all different cultures, all different nations respect fire today. So when you light the candle, and so it gives off energy. Now, this is the great thing about nature, because you being a creator yourself, some people say you're a god, some people say that you're a great spirit, whatever. The point is, you being a creator yourself, you have the power to use nature for good, or you can use nature for bad. So for instance, I can use nature for good by, planting orchards, or planting a community garden, so the whole community, even the poor especially, could come and eat for free. Or I could put GMO products in the food. I could put pathogens into the water, into the air, so it gives you harmful viruses and bacteria and so on and so forth. So we have this power. This is why people believed in ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, that they didn't call, there wasn't an English language, so you won't call it a god, but we were equated to divine principles, okay, or the laws of nature. This is why when you look at the old divine principles, or the Neter or Netiru, you would see Amun-Ra in a human body. You would see Nut, the sky god, in a human body. Okay. So, anyways, on here I have positive energy equals positive results. Now, why do I have positive energy equals positive results? I have positive energy equals positive results because whatever you give your energy to, it will manifest. So if somebody's hurt you, and yeah, you might think it's justified, you get a resentment, those negative thoughts that are inside of your mind are going to eventually start manifesting in your life, and you're going to be wondering, why did I lose my job? Why did my relationship end with my girlfriend or my boyfriend? Why is my car breaking down? Why is stuff falling apart around the house? Why is even my body falling apart now? Why am I getting sick all the time? It's because you're manifesting exactly what you're thinking about. So even though you might be thinking inside, your mind is going to try to trick you and say, well, yeah, Johnny, he stole some money from me, so I want to kill him, I want to hurt him, I want to put him in jail, I want to do this. These are all negative thoughts. Even though your mind is going to try to justify and rationalize it, it's still negative thoughts. So what I do today is, if somebody hurts me or calls me out my name, or I perceive this is happening, I don't feed into it. I immediately start flooding my head with positive thoughts. And this can go across the board, because we're all judges. You hear people saying, well, I don't judge nobody, or the religions try to teach you not to judge, but this is virtually impossible to remove from yourself, because if you were not judging situations, circumstances, and people, and things, and everything, you'd be a sitting duck to get hurt. So you're always making judgments. So when my judgments become egotistical, or they go to the extreme, this is when I start flooding. So for instance, there's been many times, even now, I'll look at somebody and I'll say, oh, they're fat, they're ugly, this. My mind will automatically start turning, oh, they're not as smart, all this crap, right? So then I'll look at that person, and I might not even know them. And I'll say, well, I don't know them. They might be this, they might really be, intellectual. They might be working at a gym right now to lose that weight. You know what I mean? So I flood it with positive results. I'm just going to go across the board with people you even hate right at this moment, because what you're trying to do is liberate yourself from that person's chain, that ball and chain they have around your mind right now, because of that emotional hurt. Now I put I am wealthy. Why did I put I am wealthy? Because it was once taught to me, after the words I am, or after the phrase I am, everything that comes after it will manifest. So if I am ugly, I am stupid, I am dumb, I am broke, I'm on and on and on. You say it enough times, your mind is going to create it, because you are creator up here. You are constantly creating. Okay, this is how what we call our life is really just a great story from individual perspectives. So why not put I am abundant, I am happy, I am wealthy, I am an artist. You can even put stuff that you don't even think you're capable of. Like I am the president, or whatever. Okay, because at the realistic bottom of the origin of what's inside here, it wants to give you exactly what you want. This is the purpose of why we're here, is to get what we want. Okay, all this nonsense about how you have to give everything away, and you can't use people. This is all programs put in by the media, the politicians, because they want us to give everything to them. This way, they have everything they want. In reality, this planet we're on is always giving, always giving, always giving. And you can see it simply by planting a plant, a tree that bears fruit, or some type of food. You can pick it, even by the roots. And sometimes, when you pick it by the roots, it might even grow back. But let's say it doesn't. So we're just going to pick an apple off a tree. The apple will grow another one. It's not telling you you're stealing from it. It's not telling you that it hurts. It doesn't get mad or angry at you. I mean, in the cities, man, I would see when I was living in LA and over on the Northeast, up in Jersey, in cities, I would see people carving into trees, spray painting the facing them and all this stuff. But the tree's not getting angry. The tree's not, when some person walks by, smacking them in the head. You see what I mean? So it's very powerful stuff that's inside of here. It's whether do you want to use it to become abundant, or do you want to use it to become where you're at now. You might be happy where you're at now. But I hear a lot of people, they always complain that somebody else has something more than them, when it's just really based on your perception and what you really want. So really, what you don't have right now, you don't want. And this comes down to even simply taking what you want. If you really want something, you'll take it. It's that simple. Now, you're willing to suffer the consequences, this is a whole nother thing. But if you really want something, it's here. It's here right now. It's just a matter of you believing that you're worthy of having it. With that, I just want to say peace.